Ashish Agrawal, A Tight Hug. Why not we start with
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. Oh, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me, stand by me. People who stand by us are as special as these special lyrics of Benny King's song. It's timeless, and whenever I listen to this song, so many emotions come to my mind. I'm sure when you all think of the special ones in your life, the memories, the emotions overflow whenever we meet them. Time flies. At times, they also get us in a bit of a trouble, but we love to have these no matter what friendship, as our friend Shivani calls it. When I think of my life, I also had one such friend called Shisha. Shisha is a name which I gave it to him. Wonderful man, lovely heart. At times, he also put me in trouble. The worst were when suddenly, just before the start of a lecture, he'll tell me a joke, and I find it so difficult in the entire lecture to control my laugh. Recently, I met Shisha, and he told me, Ashish, recently I have read this word called watershed moment. Have you heard about this word? I had heard, I'm good in English. He went on that watershed moment is the time when things change and things are not the same as they were before. He asked me, Ashish, what's been the watershed moment of your life? This made me thinking. I thought about all what has happened in my life, ups and downs. And finally, I jotted down one moment, which I think was the watershed moment of my life. This was 31st of December 1997. I just cannot forget that date. I was returning. I was in the midst of my competitive exams. And I had completed one of my exams. Next day was another. And I was returning in a chauffeur-driven vehicle with a sunroof. You must be wondering, sunroof, chauffeur-driven vehicle, 1997. This was a hand-pulled rickshaw. I was happy that the exam which I had given was pretty decent. It was okay. Looking forward to the next one. I was brushing up what happened and what's going to happen. By the time I was about to alight that vehicle, chauffeur-driven, I realized my admit card was missing. I asked the rickshawala to take me back to the same venue. He was around, he was standing left, right, finding where the admit card has gone. I was praying somehow to get my admit card back. But alas, I could not. I reached home back, barren-handed. I sunk myself in that chair. I still remember that day. I felt so lonely. And if you all are thinking that this is like lightning striking once a while, it wasn't so. 4 years back to that date, a similar situation. I lost my admit card. I was in front of my examination hall, but I could not enter. I could not muster courage to enter the examination hall without the admit card. And I could not appear in that particular exam. So the lightning had struck again. I was thinking what to do. I was thinking, why is life doing this to me? Suddenly, something snapped inside. I thought, this time, I am not going to let history repeat itself. I somehow clung to the hope and courage. I started preparing for the exam. Since it was a New Year Eve, I studied till late and I told my cousin to wake me up at 3 a.m. And guess what? The time I woke up was 6:30. One hand brush, other hand book. I wasn't sure what to do. Still, I went on somehow, went inside the examination hall, appeared for that exam. My hands were shivering as I was writing. With the grace of God, somehow I could appear for that exam. And guess what? I passed that exam, although by a whisker. I think if I look back, that indeed was a watershed moment of my life. That tough day taught me how to give a tight hug to hope and courage, and not to give up when the situation isn't going our way. In your lives, you will also have dreams where perhaps you also think that you have lost your admit card or you have done something silly to make the odds look very, very difficult. You have two choices. Just like I did the first time, you could give up and let the opportunity go begging, or you could give a tight hug to the hope and courage and go for it despite the odds. In life, day and night are going to come. In the daytime, when sunlight is shining on us, going is good. Even a sea pebble may look like a star. But when the darkness of night takes over, is the time when real stars emerge and brighten our world. Just as in life, so is in Toastmasters journey. We are going to face days and nights. Whom will you hug? Toastmaster for the day.